Hello everybody, good morning, welcome back. If you were watching us the last 2 hours, thank you for your company, and if you have just joined us, wow, you couldn't have joined at a better time. So I'd like to introduce you to the team here at Highlight Crafts Live Shopping. So we've got the lovely Hannah, who is doing our comments and production today. Katie is on cameras, myself, Stephanie, and the one and only Melanie Heaton.
Hello!
Now, Mel is going to be sharing with us a brand new product which launched last night. And it is our scan and cut for all of the SVG files for Exquisite Elements. So we're a little bit excited about it because we're going to be demoing the hell out of it, was the expression that was used. So if you haven't shopped with us before, let's tell you how to shop. So if you're watching us on Facebook, Instagram, or our lovely website, then all you need to do is type into the comments the word shop followed by the code that we give you. And on this case, it is shop element. And that will give you the SVG downloads instantly. And that's the great thing about shopping like this, because as soon as you shop, you can actually download the artwork and you'll be working with it as quickly as you can get it onto your computer. So when you get to the end of the show, we'll send you a little message to your inbox so that you can check out, or check out during the show if you want to be working with it even quicker. But the quicker you check out, the quicker it gets to you. Then the other thing is, if you're watching us on YouTube, keep one of either your tablet, your phone, something close by so that you can place your order without even coming away from watching us. So it is super easy. For those of you that don't know us, we're all crafters. We're interested in building a crafting community. We love people. We love kind people even more. We love that we all share. We have got hundreds of years worth of knowledge between us all. And I think in the building, there's probably only, I was going to say there's only there's a few people that don't craft, but even Jane started crafting now.
Absolutely.
Katie does wallpapering, that counts. But I think everybody crafts.
Yes, most of us do.
Yeah. So we all love the product, and if we don't use it ourselves, we won't sell it to you. Now let me share something else that's really important. Because we're in our own building, because this is our own TV studio, because we haven't got another third party that we're giving massive margins to, we get to pass on those savings to you. So this kit that we've got here, this mega kit that I've got that is just the most exquisite elements, we've been able to pass on that saving. So you are going to get this whole collection of 74 die cuts, everything that you can see here, with a £90 saving for £93.85. So Shop Mega gets you everything that you're seeing here, including these. So from here to here, you would get all of it. It works out at £6.25 for each of the collection elements. That is crazy, crazy, crazy. 74 die cuts. I mean, just, it's a must-have. And the thing that I did when I was looking at this with the team, said, right, how can we make the collection smaller? How can we make it less money? It's like, we can't, because you need all of it. So rather than sacrifice you having something you're going to need, what we did was we brought the price down. So we've passed on that saving to you, a £90 saving on a launch product that you've got here. Shop Mega gets you everything. Right, I'm going to take you to the SVG artwork, because this is the bit that everybody's super excited about. So if you would like to get all of these elements, and Mel's going to take us through, we've got a whole hour of us being able to look at what you can do with this. So I'm just going to lay... Ooh. Oh, are you all right?
What happened then?
I just fell over.
Did you stand up too quick, love?
Little bit.
Oh dear. Put that there. Right, okay, after that little mini drama, there's always one. So here you're going to get all the SVG files. So you're going to get the Honesty, the Marsh Woodwort, you're going to get the Rosetta, the Rosy Anemone, you're also going to get Mimosa, the Lemon Rose, the Blushing Morning Glory, the Cardinal Carnation, the Gladiolite. Now you're going to get these two sets of gatherings as well, which are the Elegant and the Exquisite, where we take each of the images and flip them and do different things to them. You're going to get the Grand Window, the Russian Vine, the Wingston and the Woodland Lily. All of those SVG files, and we did something a bit naughty last night. we went, Mel said, do you know what? I really, really want to give the customers tomorrow because it's Saturday. Can we not do a bigger deal? And let me show you this, because we write these little notes for ourselves. So it says shop element, and the price was $34.99. But do you know what we did? We went into the system and we changed it.
We did.
We did. We changed it. We took £5 off. If you are somebody who bought it yesterday, we're going to give you a £5 refund. And we've already messaged Sean and Diane and gone, oops. But you get the deal. That's the best thing about it. So we've given you a £5 refund. So for $29.99, you're getting all of this. And the best thing about it is, if you haven't already and don't know about it, we've got a Scan and Cut club that starts on the 1st of April. So for 3 months, you could be joining one of our clubs. So each one of them, we're doing it as a 3-month trial so that it's not too much of a commitment from your part. It's affordable. They're each $29.99. And you then will get, this is what you get. You get a unique email address that only you will have, but also it won't get buried in our customer service stuff, and it will get answered by the person running the club. So it'll be Mel answering your queries. You will get a closed group for you to be, that you'll be invited to join, that you then can share with the other people that are actually doing the club. And what I'm loving for my painting club, instead of being a class where everybody's looking at each other's work, you're going to be painting at home and sharing what you're comfortable with, which I love that. So we're building little mini communities. You also will get a lesson every month. Now that lesson's going to be recorded and you'll be able to watch it back as many times as you want and at your own pace, and you'll have that forever. The other thing you'll also be getting is little top tips and little sneaky peeks. But with the Scan and Cut, you will get an exclusive new SVG download every single month. And that will be the one that Mel will use to teach you things. And as somebody who's been using the Scan and Cut for 9 years, not me, I mean Mel, what she's done is she's still, every now and again, it'll be every few days, every couple of weeks, we hear this little squeal where she's learnt something new. I believe that this lady knows that machine better than brother themselves. And in fact, they would tell us that. And the thing about that is you're going to get all 9 years of that education. Now, people have said, does that mean it will be, if I already know how to use my Scan and Cut, would it be worth me joining the club? It's £10 a month, $29.99 before your club discounts, because whatever you do today, you have to join the Highlight Crafts Club. Now, Katie's smirking, so there's obviously some funny comments coming in, but we'll look forward to saying hellos to you in a few minutes. So let me just share as well that you'll be joining the club. It's 3 months. It's $29.99, so that's £10 a month. And what you'll be learning, even if you already know your way around that machine, you're going to be getting new files that you'll be learning things about those files, as well as all the other stuff. If you're an absolute beginner, you definitely need to be on this journey. If you've got it in your box, you definitely need to be on this journey. Literally hundreds of you have signed up to our clubs. So these are the clubs that are available for you today to join. Shop Cadence is $29.99, and that's with our lovely David, and he is going to be doing a Cadence project every single month. Now, that is brilliant because loads of you have got cupboard fulls of Cadence. He actually is going to be picking different products each month, and he's going to be doing in-depth training. So it's not just a demonstration, it's in-depth training on those products. £10 a month, guys. It's the cost of a pizza. Actually, it's not. It's half a pizza.
It is, yeah.
Yeah, pizzas that's like $17.99, aren't they? If you buy Domino's. Actually, 27. Actually, you can get a whole month's worth, a whole club worth for that. Right. Anyway, shop Cadence, $29.99. Shop Scan gets you the Scan and Cut Club, and Shop Paint gets you my painting club. And with those of you that are doing painting, we're going to be learning. What you're going to be learning is just so exciting. And yesterday I painted on that fabulous polyester film that we had on that allowed us to shape flowers from Sospresso. Trasparante. Pizza. Spaghetti. I need to practice my Italian accent. Do you know what? Let's go over to Mel. Shop Element for your SVG download. We've taken the price down by another £5 to $29.99. That's crazy. Let's hand over to Mel because she's got so much to show you, and I'm a bit excited because can I just say I'm joining both clubs. So you are too.
Yep.
So you're going to see us in your groups because we're joining. We're going to do the homework because we also want to learn. I'm going to teach Mel to paint.
Yes.
And she's going to teach me Scan and Cut because I am one of those people who does not use my Scan and Cut enough. I do the basic stuff. I want to do more.
Okay. Right, come and have a look what we're going to do. So I wanted to show you this. So this is incorporating the Minecraft Studio files with your SVG files and that construction weight acetate that we've got on a buy one get one free today. So I wanted to do something special, and I just thought it was a really nice introduction into using the two programs together, so you Scan and Cut, Canvas Workspace and Minecraft Studio. So I'm going to show you how I built the background first of all, which is super easy to do, and then I'm going to take you into Canvas Workspace and show you how to cut reflections, etc., and then we'll build up this card, and we'll do this as a giveaway if that's all right, Hannah. Do the card. We do a spin.
In a minute.
Okay. When we set it up, we'll let you know.
I promise not
Go on.
I promise not to interrupt too much, but I do need to say some hellos.
Okay.
So first of all, so Fiona, thank you for joining the painting club because she's wanting to crack the painting. I promise you I will make that happen because you guys are going to send me the stuff you paint and I'm going to again send you how to put it right if it needs putting right. Then everybody's asking, what is Hannah's club going to be?
Oh, now that's a good one.
That is a good one. I've got an idea. Then
Hannah's a bit scared now.
So Daphne says, oh dear, Steph, just use the initials and do not bite your tongue so you won't. I'm confused. I need to read back a few more. Michelle says she's joined the Scan and Cut Club already, but she wants to join the Cadence and Minecraft Studio ones, but that's 3 pizzas a month. Imagine how many calories you're saving.
Oh, I know, right?
Then we've got...
You'll be too busy to eat pizza.
Yeah, you will. You're going to be too busy to eat pizzas.
You will.
I've joined, even though I've used, this is from Carol, even though I've used the Scan and Cut for years and I use it regularly, I've joined because I know I'll learn something more from Mel. And honestly, guys, you absolutely would. Elaine's joined all 3 clubs. And then Lynn's joined painting and Scan and Cut. And then next month she's joining Cadence and MCS. So that's exciting.
Brilliant.
Maureen's joined all 3 of them and she's going to be joining Diane's as well. Do you know what? It is really, really good that everybody is so joined up. And do you know, you're going to love these clubs. So quick question for Mel.
Yes.
How many USBs will I need for the 3 months from Hilda?
Well, Hilda, I don't know yet, love. But as soon as I do, we'll let you know. We're starting to film on Wednesday. So in between shows on Tuesday, we're going to get that organised. And then as soon as I know, we'll let you know. But I can't tell you right now, Hilda, because we haven't filmed them yet.
So yeah, we've done a lot of, we've done all the behind the scenes stuff, all the stuff that takes time, and now we're on the fun stuff, aren't
absolutely.
we? So good morning to everybody, to all of you. There are loads of you watching. Thank you to everybody that has joined, and we do read your comments afterwards in case we miss anything. Hannah's all over it. She's feverishly typing. Is that a word?
Feverishly.
Is it? Right. Okay. So Marina
goes,
says, has she missed the MCS club?
Not yet.
She said, thought Diane banned you from setting one up. She did. So she's setting it up. She banned us from doing it.
Well, you guys made a cave in.
You did. And then Diane went, I know. It's like, Diane, you know that programme inside out. You know it better than any of us. Please. And do you know the worst bit? She's done all her 3 months worth, and she's done the next 3 months. She's done all of it, and we're all just doing our own thing. So listen, guys. You know, we could have done $39.99 for a month. There's loads of clubs out there that are $29.99, $19.99. No, we don't. We want it £10 because it's got to be affordable.
Absolutely.
It's got to be the price of a coffee and a couple of cakes if you go to Starbucks or wherever you go. It's got to be, half a pizza, because you've got to be able to see a reason to do it. Mm-hmm. And if you're giving something up to get that, but you get benefit of it for the whole month, how exciting is that? And then we need you to type win for somebody to be able to get a giveaway.
Absolutely.
So everybody type the word win in, and then I'm going. Right, okay. I'll see you in a bit.
Okay. Right. So
I'm going to join a club.
Right, so what I've done, we're going to Minecraft Studio first. So what I've done is brought on one of the background papers from the MCS artwork for Exquisite Elements. And I'm going to use the digital punch at the top, because rather than printing out all of it, I just want part of it, okay? So I'm going to go to the digital punch, and Basic Shapes is brilliant. So I'm going to just bring on the square, okay? And I'm going to set it to 7.5 inches. So down at the bottom, you can change the increment of measurement, so you can go from centimeters to inches. So just tick the inches box, and I want it a square. So this little button here is like unlock aspect ratio when you scan and cut. It's the same thing, but because we want it to scale in the correct ratio, so we want it to remain a square, not become a rectangle, I'm going to keep it at that. And all I'm going to do is type in, so delete that, and we're going to type 7.50 because we want it to be 7.5 inches, and enter, and automatically it makes that square 7.5 inches, which is brilliant. So the next thing I'm going to do is just position it where I want it to be, and I do want some of this foliage down here, but I also want to be able to fade this back, so I'm going to do it like this, okay? So the next thing we're going to do is go up to here, and we're going to keep the inner. So anything that's inside that square, it's going to keep, and anything that's outside of the square, it's going to get rid of. So we just press keep inner, and then we can move our digital punch out of the way like that and delete it off, and we've now got a square of the paper that we want, where we want it, and then we can start to play around with what it looks like, because I want it really, really, really faded back. I just want it to be a very gentle hint inside, and this technique would also be really good for doing inserts. So you can type your insert in here and then put it inside your card. So if I go to effects, and I'm going to take the opacity right back. So it's keeping that image on there, but it's fading it right out like that. So it's not going to distract from anything that we're going to put on it. And then you would print that off. But before we do that, I got a little bit brave yesterday, and I went to text, and I went to add text, because I've never really done this in Minecraft Studio. Minecraft Studio is quite new to me. So click add text, and then when you click on the page, wherever you want that text to be, you can then type with what you want. So I wanted with love, and then a new line, and then another new line. And I don't want to center this, I want to create that straight edge, because I'm working on a square that has a straight edge, and the window that's got a straight side to it, I wanted to keep that theme and mood going right through the project. So we do best wishes, new line, on your, new line, special day. Or it could be whatever you wanted it to be. Okay, so then I'm going to click off that. So I've then got my text there. I've got my background there. And then I need to work out how big I want this to be. So I made it bigger. And then I also made it a little bit taller. Now you'll get to a stage where those letters start to warp, which is about, oh, you can go quite a long way. Look at that. Isn't that fabulous? I love this. I love doing this. And I positioned it where I wanted it on my card, knowing that I wanted to put the aperture of the window in there. Okay, so with this, I'm also going to go back and I'm just going to fade that opacity back, because the colours that we're using are they're quite bright, and I don't want the words to be overtaken, but I don't want the words to overtake either. So I've got both of those now, and then I sent it to the printer. Okay, and it printed it off like, ooh, bear with that. So then I've created my background, all right? So you can use a different background if you want to, but this one I thought was really, really pretty. And you've just got that little fuchsia coming in there, and then you've got your sentiment down the side, which is super cool.
We've got a lot of questions, people asking us if we can give them a couple of codes to shop.
Okay.
So can we just share with you the ones that you're asking for at the moment? So Shop Artwork will get you the MCS artwork, and it is a download. So as soon as you've shopped and paid for it, you can download it and you could be playing with it today. So that's one thing. So Shop Artwork, MCS, it's $12.99. Shop Element is your SVG download. That's $29.99, and again, that is a download, so it'll work quick. You can work with that. Now your classes, if you shop Cadence, that is David's Cadence class. If you shop Scan, that is Mel's brother.
Scan and cut.
Scan and cut. Jeez,
a lot of words, right? I know, it's a lot of words.
And Shop Paint is my painting class. Now, we are going to, Diane's already organised the MCS one, which will launch for you to purchase on the 2nd of April, 4th of April, I beg your pardon, 5th of April. Any advances? The painting club starts on the 2nd of April. The Scan and Cut club starts on the 1st of April, and the Cadence one starts on the 3rd. And basically what will happen over the next week or so, you'll get sent an email that'll have all the links ready for you to join, and we'll also send you a reminder just before the club launches. And then every month on the same date of the month for the next 3 months. I didn't even notice. What? Oh. Oh. Have you not heard any of that?
No, they heard it, just
not clearly.
Very good. Oh, sorry. Every month then, is that better? Every month you will then get a little reminder and everything sent to your email. So shop Scan for the Scan and Cut Club, and we'll tell you about the others, and we are already talking about the Flower Club, so don't worry, that is on the agenda. It's always been on there. It's been on there for months. We just need to give Amanda a little rocket, don't we?
A little rocket. Amanda was going to do a crochet club.
I know. Anyway, we'll work it out.
We will.
But just for those of you wanting the artwork, shop Artwork, actually the MCS artwork, and Shop Element is the SVG. And right, perfect. Back to Mel.
Right, so I've gone now into Canvas Workspace. Now you can send a file from your machine, if you've got a Wi-Fi enabled machine, to Canvas Workspace. However, if you haven't got a Wi-Fi enabled machine, you can import it from a USB. So, or your downloads even. Anywhere on your computer you can import that file in. So what I've done is put mine onto a USB, and I'm going to go to SVG at the top. Okay, this is how you would do it on a non-Wi-Fi enabled. Also, the feedback that we're getting from Brother at the moment is a lot of people are now using the Canvas Workspace or Artspira to design in, because it's a bigger screen. So let me just go back to this machine before we go into this, because with that in mind, if you're going to work in Canvas Workspace, and it's super easy to do, and you're literally going to send it from here to there, It doesn't matter about the size of the screen. And the machines with the smaller screens are less expensive than the ones with the bigger screens. So right now we've got this tattered lace machine on a cracking deal at $349 before your club discount. I know. But here's the thing, you've got 682 shapes and images and icons pre-installed into the machine's memory. You've also got 100 quilt blocks in there and 7 fonts. On top of that, via the Artspira app, but without the Artspira subscription, you can access 122 tattered lace designs, which is super, super, super exciting. All of this for $349 before your club discount, plus your loyalty points and no postage because it's over £35. But here's the thing. What we've also done is taken all 24 issues of the Tattered Lace digital subscription and included them in that deal. That's over 1,000 projects with written instructions, video tutorials, and every single cutting file from the card blank to all the mats and layers, all the printable files, all the drawing files, any files that we needed to make stencils out of for every single project in all 24 magazines. And you're getting all of that.
Did you get that as well?
Yes, for $349. You agreed it.
Did I?
Yes, you did.
I don't remember that.
And now it's a thing, so now you can't take it back. So we also dropped the price of that 24-month subscription to £149. So you take off £149, you're at £200 before your club discount for an SDX with the full auto blade connectivity. I know, it's a brilliant deal. Right, so back to this. So when you go to SVG, it then asks you to choose file. And that opens up your computer. So if I go into the USB now, so I go into USB drive, it's all there. And all I'm going to do is scroll down until I find Exquisite Elements SVG. This could be your downloads, it could be on your desktop, it could be in your documents, it could be in your library. Just going to click on that or double click on that and that will open that up. And I want the grand window. So we want the reflection cuts, first of all. And we want the large size because that's the one that I used for this. So we then want our reflection, which is our reflection cut, which is this one. And that will then put that, when we press OK, onto your mat for you, okay? So the first thing we're going to do is get rid of the rectangle because we're not using that part of the file. We're going to drag over both of those boxes. And what you'll see has happened is it's ungrouped this shape. So we can now move the outside edge out of the way. And now we've done that, we can get rid of all these pieces and we can just download that bit because that's the bit I need to make the aperture and to cut the construction weight acetate. So all we then do now is download that. Now, if you're downloading, if you haven't got a Wi-Fi enabled machine, you will download it to your PC and then you'll pop it onto your USB. And then you'll put your USB into your machine. Scan and cut transfer allows me with a Wi-Fi enabled machine to transfer it directly to the machine, which is super, super, super clever. So I can now move that out of the way now because we've done that bit. And that's the only bit that we need to do in Canvas because sometimes when the files are grouped, you want to ungroup them. The best way to do that, even if you've saved it as a file on here and it tells you that once it's grouped something, it can't ungroup it, taking it into Canvas Workspace enables you to be able to do that. And please don't think you have to have your computer open all the time. You can do it on your phone. You can do it on your tablet. The number of times I'm sat in there on my phone like this, I'm thinking everyone thinks I'm texting. I'm not. I'm doing Canvas Workspace because it's super, super, super easy. There's a couple of times when Carl's walked past and just looked at me like that. I'm like, I'm on Canvas. It's fine, not on my phone. So what we're going to do now is we're going to start to work with that file. So to retrieve that, we go to retrieve the data or the information from the cloud. And as long as you've linked your Canvas Workspace account and your machine to this, it will work. And there is our fabulous aperture of our window. So I'm going to rotate that 90 degrees so it's up the right way around, okay? Now then, if I just bring this card back in, what we wanted to do here was create an aperture that the window can sit inside of. So we need to make this bigger. If we just resize, it's a big difference between resizing something and creating an offset line. Let me see if I've got a pen in here and I can show you what I mean. Yes, I have.
While you're getting a pen, Mel, I'm just going to say to everybody, you can join the club at any time.
Yes, you can.
Yes.
Absolutely. So let's say this is our arch, okay? If we made that arch bigger, it might do this. So it'll make it slightly bigger in some places and not others. An offset line will take that arch and it will plot out from every single point around that shape a certain distance that you set. So you get a perfect mat and layer. Okay, that's the difference between just making a shape bigger and making using an offset line. So what we're going to do is create, I've already lost my stylus here. Shocking with these styluses. We're going to press OK. Now, on a CM machine, you're going to do this in Canvas Workspace, and you'll see these two concentric circles. On an STX, you can do it on the machine. So I'm going to make a 2mm, actually let's do 2.5mm outward offset line, so it's a positive number. I'm going to press OK and the original will always stay selected. So I can then move the original out of the way because we can use that later on. And then what I'm going to do is scan in this piece of paper and get it to cut that into that image. So I'm going to save this file at this point. I'm just going to grab my USB out of the laptop. Not ejecting it properly. I know. I get told off all the time. I'm going to save that to the USB. So then I've got that file. Okay, you can save it back into the cloud, you can save it into your machine's memory, it's entirely up to you. So I want to now, I'm going to get rid of that one now, so I'm going to go edit and put that one in the bin, and then we're going to work with this one. So now, because I've got a scanner inside my cutting machine, I can put this piece of card on my mat, and we'll do it up here like this, and we're going to do lots of stuff like this in the club. The beginning of the club is going to be about getting your pressures right and your blade depths right on your CM machines and what different fabrics it can cope with and what it can't cope with and how to make it do things that it doesn't think it can do, because I know how to make it do that because I don't take no for an answer. Stephanie will verify that, right?
Yes.
Yes.
And she's stubborn.
Oh yeah, really stubborn. I'm like a dog with a bone when I get started. Right, so we're going to scan this in now so we can see it. So we're going to scan and we're going to press start, and the machine is now going to take this in. The other thing about an STX is it's whisper quiet. It's really quiet. So you don't have that noise and you don't realise, you forget, you don't realise what a noise the CM makes, and the CM machines are brilliant, you know, and we still use them here as well, but the STX is super quiet.
Can you just tell us the code, please, for that machine?
I can. I want to say it's Shop Machine.
Shop Magazine.
Shop Magazine. Oh, it's changed. It changes every day. Shop Magazine, and that is £349 with all the content that's inside the machine's memory, which is exceptional, because I know with other machines you get 12 shapes. You've got 682 in here, plus your 122 tattered lace designs that you get through Artspira, but without a subscription, plus the 100 quilt blocks, because we're going on a fabric journey with this machine this year, plus 7 full fonts, and there's more free fonts in Canvas Workspace for you, which is also free, plus all 24 editions of the Tattered Lace digital magazine, where we did every single file for every single project in every single issue, which is huge amount of product and files. Right, so there's a little spanner here. Wherever there's a spanner means there's a toolbox behind it. We're going to make the background darker so we can actually see the pattern on the paper. And then we're just going to drop this into place, okay? You can zoom in. So we're going to zoom in to 200% so I can see that I'm happy with the positioning all the way around that. I might move it over a few spaces. And then when we press OK and OK again and keep going until we get to please select and cut, and then we just press start, and that will now put that shape inside that paper where you've decided you want it to be, okay? And we've also got a sentiment on there as well because we're using Minecraft Studio and Scan and Cut together. That's a really exciting journey. And in some of the clubs, as we go further forward, you'll probably see some of us doing a double-hander, like me and David doing painting and Scan and Cut at the same time. Me and Diane doing Scan and Cut and Minecraft Studio at the same time. Stephanie doing Minecraft Studio and painting at the same time. It's going to be really exciting. So if you can join more than one, you're going to get a lot out of all of them. So now I've got my aperture that my window is going to sit perfectly inside. Okay, so that gives me my aperture. So basically we've created the top layer of this now, which is super, super, super simple. Right, cutting construction weight acetate, because that's the question that we got asked. The machine, the Scan and Cut, and I believe, well, I know it's the only one of its kind that has a scanner inside it. What I also know is that some machines claim they have an auto blade, and actually it's a drop-down menu. So it's a drop-down menu where you select lightweight paper, medium weight paper, heavyweight paper, lightweight fabric. I have no idea what that means. This machine will go in and it will read the file and it will read the depth of the material that it's cutting. It will then decide whether it can cut it in one go or whether it needs to go around a few times. Now with construction weight acetate, because it's thick but it's also dense, it will keep working its way through until it gets through that material. It's super clever. So to do this belt one, I'm going to press OK and we're going to go back because this was a 2.5 millimeter offset line. I want to be able to glue the construction weight acetate to the back of the piece that we've just cut, so to the back of this, so I need it to be bigger again, so I've got somewhere to put my tape to tape it in place. So if I go to edit and I create another 2.5 millimeter outward offset line from that one, I'm then going to have another piece, I'm going to put that in the bin, I'm going to have another shape now that I can cut out of my construction weight acetate. So this is a really good example of how the auto blade works because it's just gone from cutting 250 GSM cardstock to now cutting our construction weight acetate, which we've got on a deal for you, buy one get one free. So instead of getting 10 sheets, you're now going to get 20 sheets. So let's press OK. Now you need to make sure that your mat is nice and sticky. And when I say sticky, you should be able to put your finger on it like that and lift that mat up. Okay, and you do that with pin flare stencil glue. We'll talk about all this kind of thing in the club. So we're going to press OK. Please select and cut. And what will happen now is you're going to watch this blade do its thing. So it knows which mat it's got in because it's read the recognition marks on the mat itself. It's looking at the edge of the material. It's now looking at the middle of the material. And this blade is now going to adjust itself, drop it down, and then it will lift slightly. Watch it. There, slightly. And now it's going to go around and do the first cut. The other reason you need your mat to be nice and sticky is because this is plastic on a plastic mat with a moving blade and a moving platform. So you have to stabilise it. It's going back now. It's going to do its second cut.
Could you have it one cut and stop the machine and have it so it looks like it's engraved?
Yes,
the plastic?
absolutely.
That would be really good.
It would be really good.
Right,
That's a great idea.
A lot of you are actually talking. Lots of people have got lots of personal stuff to do. Good luck, everybody, if you've got medical things and everything else that's going on. We've got a debate going on. Do you love ironing or not? Are you an ironer or are you not an ironer?
What is that?
Well, that is a bit of one of my things. Mitch says that the laundry baskets have been given the side eye for weeks.
Give them back?
Not weeks, days. Anyway, however long. Jane's making DT samples this afternoon for Strawberry Moon. That's coming up soon.
Oh, that's exciting.
That's really good and it's beautiful. Jane's asking, is there a way to change a background in portrait mode to landscape mode without distorting? I think you might be talking about MCS.
Minecraft Studio, yeah.
Well, next time we do an MCS show, which day is it?
We've got MCS, we've got new MCS on Tuesday.
New MCS on Tuesday. We'll make sure it's included.
Yeah.
So
there is a way, yes.
Yes,
absolutely.
and yes, absolutely there is. And then Amanda's decorating her hallway in lots of different things.
Nice.
What I just want to say, everybody, is if you're an ironer Wow. Oh, wow. Never mind ironing. Look at that. That's blinking brilliant.
I know.
Wow. That is so...
It's not just the thickness, it's dense.
Yeah.
But that blade has just made it work perfectly. Right, go on. Lots of people saying what?
That they're going to craft this afternoon.
Lovely.
Shop acetate. It's on a buy one, get one free. We did that last night. That's
Shop Construct.
Construct, ignore me. Shop Construct, it's still on a buy one, get one.
It is.
And it's $11.99 for 2 packs. Right, then...
Go on, I'm just finding my picture.
Then, just going to do a quick recap. So if you've just joined us, Saturdays are just about, we go a little bit slower, it's a bit more chilled, it's a bit more demo-y. We do it from start to finish because we can. But if anybody would like to get, where's all the rest of it gone? There's a bit more. It's all under here. Get all of the dies, because you're a die cutter. Then all of this little lot here, these, including all of those, Shop Mega will get you the full collection, 74 dies. And, of course, die cuts, I beg your pardon, 74 die cuts, including the gatherings. It gets you absolutely every one of those, and they are superb. If you'd like that collection, Shop Mega, you're saving £90. Spread the cost, use PayPal, Klarna, all those different methods. £93.85. It works out at £6.25 for each set. Then the next one that I was going to say to you was, if you need the SVG download, Shop Elements, and that price has come down to $29.99. And what will happen is, if you've bought it at the higher price, we're going to give you a refund. So that's super exciting. Yep. The MCS collection, if you would like that one, Shop Artwork. $12.99. I need colour-coded things.
Do you?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
I'll work that out later. All this yellow, it's making me feel like a bumblebee.
Okay.
I'll see you in a bit.
Right, so cutting a reflection. Now, I know a lot of you know this, but this is important. So, do you remember when we worked out, first time we ever worked out how to do Charisma, Stephanie, with the scan and cut?
Oh my gosh, that was a moment.
We were sat opposite each other in the green room at the old Create and Craft, and I just went, "It's a rectangle." And she went, "What? What?" I went, "It's a rectangle." She said, "What's a rectangle?" So the solution to cutting Charisma, because it was tattered lace at the time, and she went, tell me about it. So I told her, and she went, "Yeah, I think that's going to work." "What time did your show finish?" I went, 2:00. She went, "Right, drive up to IHOP, go to John Peters, tell him that we want this, try it," and within an hour, we had a decoupage flower, and it was amazing.
We're getting because we are international, of course.
Oh,
do you know, of course. Can I just tell everybody, we are the most down-to-earth, ordinary, normal people.
Oh, absolutely.
That you could ever wish for. I've got my flip-flops on because my feet are swollen. My ankles are swollen because I went on a plane. Hannah's chilled. She's wearing a hoodie. Mel's got a pyjama bottoms on underneath a jumper. She hasn't really because she's got to go out. But that wouldn't be unusual in this place. We are just the people we are. You see what you see. And I love that we're international because that makes us feel special.
That's hilarious.
I know. So we are international, and we're being asked a couple of questions. Diane, who is in Australia.
Hi, Diane.
Hi. Can we come on holiday to you?
Yeah, if you need a one-to-one on a scan and cut, just let me know.
Oh, and if you want to learn to paint, just let me know. She said, "Will I need construction weight acetate or grey board or anything like that for the club? Because I don't usually use it normally, and it could take a while to get to her because she's in Australia."
Not at this moment in time.
Right,
no.
Okay.
Absolutely. We're going to start at the beginning.
And
we're going to start at the beginning and work our way up. So if we do, we'll make sure that we give you plenty of notice.
And just because it's starting at the beginning, don't think you're not going to learn from it, because there's little things that Mel knows that are not in the manual, that you will just learn, that you might have just missed that show where she did it, or because she knows so much, sometimes just forget to go back to those little tricks. Basics, that make a difference.
Absolutely.
So, yes, and you can join the club at any time. Shop Cadence for the Cadence Club, Shop Scan for the Scan and Cut Club, and Shop Paint for the Painting Perfection Club.
Right, okay, so we're not going to cut this out, but I'm going to show you the process that you go through. So we'll go to the grand window. So when you print off your reflections, please make sure that you are going to print them at actual size or 100%. If you do fit to page, it really doesn't matter because you can scale up an SVG file or scale it down, which is brilliant. So Exquisite Elements is the name of the collection, Grand Window is the name of the file, and large is the size. So we're going to go into Grand Window, we're going to go into Reflections, we're going to go into large because that's the one that I've chosen, and then we want the reflection cut. So the first thing we're going to do to line all this up is go to Edit because we're changing it. We're going to, one red box means that just the rectangle is selected. We're going to multiple select, so 3 red squares, everything that's on the mat, press OK, go back to editing the object and group it together. And now we're going to scan this in. And we're not scanning it in so the machine can see the outside edge and cut it out because we put a bleed around it. So if you don't line it up bang on accurate, it really doesn't matter, you're not going to get that white edge. But we're now going to scan from the same place that we did before. So scan and press start. And that is now going to take that through. And all we then do is line up the rectangles. I don't want to, so she'll suddenly do this and it'll catch your arm. And line up the rectangles. So we're not even worrying about the images now. We're just looking at the rectangles, which is super, super, super easy to do. So we're going to go to Edit and we're going to zoom in and we're going to zoom in to 400%. So we're going right in on that corner. And then all you need to do is drop that red rectangle over the black rectangle, nudge it down so it's perfectly aligned over the top and press OK. Now, if you just want to cut one of the sets of windows out, you need to ungroup and delete off the rectangle, because then when you come back to cut the second window out, you'll still have that alignment rectangle in place. So we go back to editing the object, we ungroup it, but it's still got all these pieces selected. To deselect, you tap the screen. Then we can get rid of that rectangle and put it in the bin. And then the easiest way to get it just to cut that top one is to go into your settings. Oh, hang on, bear with. Get the top one selected. Go into your settings at the bottom and change the cut area. And the image will stay on the screen so that if you just wanted that window, you can drag those arrows across everything else. And then it will just, when you get to please select and cut, no pattern in the effective area. That's because I've taken it too far up. Did I ungroup it? Did I ungroup it? I did ungroup it, didn't I? So, because that's grouped. So that's grouped with that. So this is the thing, right? So we're going to change our cut area. And because we've gone over this bit and that bit is grouped to that bit, it can't see any of it because it's grouped. So as soon as we move that back and press OK, and it's all this kind of thing that you'll learn in the club. Because sometimes when you do it wrong, you learn. You learn more than you ever do. And then if I press cut, it tells me that part of it's outside of the area, but that doesn't matter, and then it will just go ahead and cut that. It's super clever.
Hello everybody who's just joined us. This is our Saturday morning. If you found us for the first time, we're live at Highlight Crafts doing our Highlight Crafts shopping and shopping, community, chat, just fun stuff, new products. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. We've got loads of lovely new stuff, but some of it are just like little new things that you just need, but they're not a lot of money. We try and pay, because we're in our own environment, we try and pass on the savings to you. We won't sell you something unless it would be something we would use ourselves, and we definitely will show you how to use it.
Absolutely.
And sometimes we might just spend more time showing you how to use it than we do selling you product, but that's what it's about. So welcome if you've just joined us, and please, will everybody, just can I ask you all to do us a bit of a favour, because we do need, I've never asked for anything in my life. I'm one of those people that somebody offers and I'm not very good at accepting help, am I?
No.
And why are you all laughing at me?
Well, because we'll go, Stephanie, I'll do that show for you, then you can do that. No, 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 no.
Anyway.
I think I'm stubborn.
Right, but I am asking you guys for some help now.
Go on,
I need you to tell your friends about us.
Oh, yes.
Everybody that crafts, clubs, craft clubs, people, please tell them where to watch us, because the team are working so hard to get this community thing going, to build a place where we can all just share.
Absolutely.
You guys are chatting to each other.
Love it.
Mitch is having a cheeky weekend away in Blackpool. Oh, she's suggesting we should all go for a cheeky weekend away.
Oh, we should.
Well, that sounds like a brilliant idea to me.
Does sound like a plan, not going to lie.
You guys, you chat to each other. You're making friends with
amazing.
each other. You're friendly. Say hello to all the people that have just joined us. But we need big communities to make this whole thing a thing, and make it so I sleep a bit better at night. But no, joking apart, guys, please just share with people what a lovely experience it is. We hope that that's what you think, because the more people we get, the more fun it'll be, the more we can enjoy, the more we can reinvest in you guys.
Yep.
So check out our YouTube channel.
Yes.
I'm doing this, Andrew, I'm doing this for you. Just so you know, because he always says we don't mention YouTube. Check out the YouTube channel. Don't forget to subscribe. And what do you do then? You have to click notify.
Click the bell.
Click the bell, and then we can send you things. Please watch us on Facebook if you're a Facebook person, and join the Highlight Crafts Facebook. And Mel now has her own Facebook.
I do.
And I have my own, and that's where we put our little bits of behind the scenes. David has his, Amanda has his, Hannah, everybody's got their own little Facebook thing. But Highlight Crafts is where you'll find all of the stuff we do together. And also, please join our Highlight Club. It doesn't cost a penny. If you are not a member of the club, you're missing out on discounts.
You are.
And you're missing out on getting deals on stuff. And you never know, it might just be the time where, suddenly you think, oh, I really need that, but you didn't have it.
Yep.
And you got it, you didn't get the best possible price. And then also tell everybody about our customer service, because that's something we're really, really proud of. And yesterday I was talking to a lady that had bought a machine, and it was it needed some attention to it, and clearly there'd been something had happened to the machine. And she said, oh, right, okay, so I said, we'll send you a returns label. She's right, I'll send it back to you so that you can send me another one. I said, no, we'll send you another one, and then you send it back to us.
Absolutely.
We'll get the new one to you as quickly as possible, because we don't want you without your machine. Now, that's not us, that's Brother that's going to sort that out, because you've got the Brother warranty. But the reason that I'm saying that is, when you're buying something from us, not like buying it from another site on the internet, you've got the quality of the product, you've got our education behind it, you've got our customer service and us looking after you. Also, don't forget, the other thing is, and we're having quite a bit of a fun at the moment with, well, fun, that's the irony of the word.
Absolutely.
With the stuff that people are buying online from foreign countries. And you don't get points, you don't get your discounts the same way, but you don't get the customer service. That is the thing that is, and you don't get the ideas and inspiration. And the other thing is, you're supporting.
And you don't get the CE certification.
No,
Just saying.
you are supporting British brands, which is really, really important, because our British economy employs a lot of people that actually, all the people out there working rely on the British economy. And, we all know that it's challenging at the moment. So that's me off my soapbox. I'm going.
Okay. Well, we're nearly done now, aren't we? So all I'm going to do now is just add in these little flowers. Now, these were the gatherings that I cut. So let's just go back to the card blank that we've created. You're going to turn this aperture over, and you're going to glue the construction weight acetate with that border that we created. Remember, we did a 2.5mm offset, so you're going to put your tape round there. If that's not wide enough, or you haven't got tape that's thin enough, make this bigger, because it doesn't matter what the outside edge looks like, it's just giving you that opportunity to have that construction weight acetate in there. Then it goes on foam pads, so you can see on this one how it's lifted up there, and then the window that you've cut out drops inside that aperture. And it's lovely that you can create these offsets. You can also take the offset and make it into a card blank. So how lovely is that? And then build up from there. The other thing that I want to show you, just rather than sticking flowers down for the last time, or for the last few minutes, because we are running out of time, is this. So yesterday I created this on Minecraft Studio. Okay, in fact, I'm going to show you. Can we go over by about 5 minutes? Is that all right? Lovely. Right, I want to show you this because this is super cool. So, in Minecraft Studio, I just designed this little image. I didn't go over the top. I just wanted to show you something really simple. So I've taken the little window box and I've added the flowers, and then the little hummingbird is just going in there for the pollen. Then I turned it black. And the way that you do that, in fact, if I bring back in the laptop, let's see if we can get this up, because this is important. Rather than just talking you through it, we're going to show you. So let's get Minecraft Studio back on here. Let it wake up a minute. It has to wake up.
While it's waking up, we
Yes.
need to do a quiz winner.
Okay,
no,
perfect.
not quiz, a competition winner.
Competition winner.
A giveaway.
We'll give away this card that we're
Yeah.
making now. So if I sign in and I go back to Minecraft Studio, look at me flipping between the two. Go on
The
then.
draw's coming now. We're winning. Somebody's winning.
Right, so go back into MCS.
Ian Shaw.
Ian Shaw.
Shaw. Well done, Ian.
Oh, well, Ian, are we related? Because I'm Stephanie Shaw.
You are.
That's my married name.
Come on, Minecraft Studio. Don't
Right,
tell me
do you
you're
want
not
me to help
responding.
you do the Minecraft Studio
No, it's
bit?
fine. It just needs. It's my computer. It's old. Bit like me.
Well, what? Oh, that one, you can't do it on that one, can you? Because it's already on yours.
My artwork's on here. Let's try again.
Okay.
We got to spin the wheel. Where's the wheel gone? Is the wheel? Did you bring the wheel?
You didn't bring the wheel through, Hannah.
Have we
There we
even
are.
done
Got
it? Oh, okay, we're going to do spin the wheel as well. How exciting is that? Let me just give you a quick recap of what we've got. So if you want the whole die bundle, it's Shop Mega, and you get 74 die cuts or designs on the dies. Then if you would like the MCS artwork that Mel's going to show you, Shop MCS is $12.99. If you want the SVG stuff, Shop SVG is $29.99. We'll do a quick spin the wheel, and then we can spend all the rest of the time with our lovely Mel. And if you want to join any of our clubs, shop Cadence for David's, shop Scan for Mel, shop Paint for me, and the others are coming. And can I just say to you, each of the clubs is being run by the person in the business that has the most experience. So we're talking about David trains with the Cadence development team. Mel's worked with Brother and the Scan and Cut for years. I've taught painting for probably 25, I don't know how many years, a long time. But you're working with the experts, and that's what we love. Right, here we go. Spinny, spinny, spinny. Spinny.
That's a good spin.
I love that.
I know you like that bit, don't you?
I do, yeah.
Number 7.
Yep, number 7. Ooh, spin again.
Number 5.
Number 5. Number 5 is a goodie bag.
Yay!
And our goodie bags are the best goodie bags.
Goodie bags. Right, Katie, let's go back to this. So, I designed my image in Minecraft Studio, okay? It took seconds. Literally dragged on some of the flowers, sent them to the back, brought my little window box in, and then added the hummingbird. So, I then printed that off, okay? Then, what you do is go to your brightness in Effects and turn that image black. And then you print that off. Right, so that's the bit that we're at now. So let's do this bit. So first thing we're going to do is scan in that black image, okay? Now for this, you don't need a scanning mat for this. You can scan this in on your regular cutting mat. You can use a scanning mat if you want to, but there's a little nifty trick that I thought of yesterday. So because this is in exactly the same place on both pieces of paper, if you line it up accurately to the left and the top like this, you don't really have to move that cutting file much at all. So let's do this. So home and OK. I'm going to put my cutting area back to the full size. So if you've ever got a line like that in the middle of your page and you're like, where's that grey line come from? It's because you haven't put your cut area back. So we're going to press OK and we're going to scan from here this time. So we're going to scan to create a cutting file. So we're saving it into the machine's memory. So we're going to load this in and we're going to scan this image in and create a cutting file from it. Okay. So we're going to scan and press start. And then I'll show you what the different options mean. Look how lovely that card is now. It's coming on, isn't it? Look at that. Isn't that pretty? All of it designed with Minecraft Studio, the digital punch that punched the piece out, the fonts that were inside there, using the scan and cut for the aperture, the scenes and the background papers from your artwork. It's a joy. Right, so it's recognising now that image. This is the bit that blows my mind. And I was the first person, and you'll have heard me say this over and over again, but I was the first person to go, why do I need a scanner in a cutting machine? I actually didn't get it. I was like, I don't understand why I need that. Now I wouldn't buy one without one. I absolutely wouldn't buy one without one because it's such a game changer. Because now whatever you create in Minecraft Studio, within reason, because it does have a restriction of the 3mm turning point, you can now make into a cutting file. So the outside, this one will only ever find the outside edge of that file. It also finds all the little cut lines on your mat. That's how good the scanner is. So if you just wanted to cut the whole thing out and you weren't bothered about these little landlocked areas, that's the button you would press. This one is more for drawing because that will find the middle of every line. But this one, that's like a frame, finds either side of every line. So when you click on that one, it's going to process that information. So now it's found the outside edge and some of the detail round here. Now it won't cut less than 3mm. And if there's any little pieces, if you ever download from Canvas Workspace, it will eliminate them. Sometimes it lets you get away with a little bit less than 3mm. I don't know whether Brother have realised that or not yet, but sometimes it does. So I'm going to preview that image now and make sure that I'm happy with it. This is the time where you can start to clean things up. And then we're going to press OK, and we're going to save that onto the USB. So I'm going to save it onto that USB, and it's file number 725. I'm going to press OK. So now I can press Home and OK. I can retrieve that information from the USB. I'm going to go right down to the bottom, and there is file 725. So now all we're going to do is group this together. So edit, multiple select, everything that's on the mat. So it's found all those little pieces inside there. Press OK, go back to editing the object and group it together. Right, now then, if we unload this mat, take this one off, because now we've got that. So we could use that as a silhouette. So make a really beautiful background in Minecraft Studio and use that as your silhouette. So you can scan that in and cut that out. So there's no waste. Then we're going to take the original coloured image that we created. Now there's no way the scan and cut would find the outside edge of this, because there, that white edge bit there goes into the white background. It will break the shape and it won't see it. So we have to work around it, and scanning something that we're going to really get into in the club, and I'm going to show you the do's and don'ts and why things happen, because I get a lot of people saying sometimes I'm scanning something in and it doesn't find the outside edge and it goes to the middle. There's a reason for that, and we'll talk about that in the club. So we're going to load this mat back in, and we're going to scan this in this time, and then we're going to lay that cutting file over the top, and it's super easy to do. And I never really went anywhere near Minecraft Studio because it wasn't something that I thought about. I was doing all sorts of other stuff at the time, craft-wise, and I'd seen Diane do it for years and years and years. And then one day I wanted to do something, and I thought, oh, do you know what, I'll try Minecraft Studio. Did it, and then took the brightness over when I was playing in the effects, and I went, Diane! She literally jumped in a chair and went, come and look at this! And she came over, she went, what? I I went, look, you can turn it black. She went, I know. I went, yes, but now you can scan it in. And she went, oh. And it was a complete game changer. Right, now, if I zoom in now, the red box is your cutting file. Look how accurately, almost, and that's just the tolerance where you load the mat, but I can move that over now and get that lined up absolutely bang on perfectly with that image that you've designed. And I'd watched Diane for years, and I'd listened to all of you messaging in going, how do I cut it out? Now we've worked out how you cut it out without a pair of scissors. But look how bang on accurate that is. It's found all these little landlocked areas here. It's found the little landlocked areas there. It's bang on the edge of your image like that. The kingfisher, I mean, the clarity in that is just incredible. And then the machine will go ahead and cut that out for you. It's an absolute joy when you own one of these, and I get it's a consider purchase, but the content that you're getting, so 2 years worth of the digital magazine subscription, we've dropped that price to $149. Was it 200 and... Was it 249 when we launched it? So you get £500 of the value for $149 if you're buying that by itself. But we've included it in with the deal with the SDX tattered lace that has 682 shapes pre-installed into the machine's memory, has 100 quilt blocks, 7 full fonts, access via the Artspira app but without the subscription of 102 tattered lace designs, and all that content on an SDX, which has that auto blade technology, for £349 before your club discount, plus your loyalty points, plus free shipping. I don't think we can do much better than that. So that's a little overview of your scan and cut and how you can use it with Minecraft Studio. And these files are absolutely beautiful, and they're resizable. So you can make the project that you've got in your head a reality. And that's the joy of having something like a scan and cut. Right,
okay, everybody, that's it for this Saturday. So we're going to be back Monday morning. I'll be back nice and early Monday. Wow, I've got a busy show lined up for you. It's Monday Morning Madness, and it's got a lot of product on it at silly prices. So some of the stuff you haven't seen before, so that's going to be super exciting. David has got a cadence show lined up with something little bit different, with brand new product. We're going to be doing something a little bit different and exciting with resin and mica powders. We've just got a fab week of craft and community, which is what it's all about. Thank you for your company.
Thank you.
Stay safe, everybody. Have a lovely weekend, what's left of it. I hope you cook your nice Sunday dinners. We'd like to hear about that. I'd like to hear about your Sunday dinner Monday morning. That would be amazing. See you all soon. Take care. God bless. Bye-bye.
Bye.